Rayanne, Michael, and RJ fight to stay in the game. Well, two of them do. Now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. Hello, I'm Andrew Shefsick Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 14 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Tom is the head of household. He nominated Kennedy for eviction, and Willy Wonka nominated RJ as the third nominee, and Michael was, of course, on the block as an initial nominee for the second of 3 weeks for losing the Temptation comp. But Ronnie won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Yankee Swap Golden Power Veto competition and chose to use it to save Kennedy from the chopping block. Tom nominated Rayanne in Kennedy's place, which means tomorrow either Rayanne, Michael, or RJ will be the second house guest evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house. Who will it be? You'll find out tomorrow. And what will their plea speeches be? We'll find out shortly. But first, Tom posted a lovely picture of his grilled cheese in the main chat, seen here. I love a good grilled cheese. So my absolute favorite, it's not even a real grilled cheese, but if for those of you who live in Toronto or in the Toronto area, Red's at Square One has a lobster grilled cheese that is basically chunks of lobster, and not like the fake imitation crap, like it is real legit lobster. Chunks of lobster, butter, mascarpone, or however you pronounce it, cheese, the white cheese that kind of, when it gets all melty, it looks like cum, and slices of avocado. So on, like, I'm going to say rye bread. Oh, so good. And it comes with Parmesan fries, which is basically French fries with Parmesan just like dumped all over it. So good. And before you say Parmesan and French fries don't mix, don't knock it till you try it. It is amazing. One thing that I have knocked that a coworker told me about, a coworker said that mayo goes really good on pizza. And at first I judged him, but I'm going to try it the next time I get pizza, which this weekend is Arby's. So it'll probably be the following weekend I'm going to try it, and I will get back to everybody on whether mayo on pizza works. It's probably one of Joanne's secret recipes. She puts mayo on, that bitch puts mayo on everything. But yeah, so Tom, lovely grilled cheese. He also made a tomato soup, but quite frankly, I prefer mushroom, or French onion. So you lost there, but that's okay. Or a lentil soup. Ooh, like the not the Greeks, the Lebanese. They make that like really like, and Indians do it too. But the thick lentil soup with the hot chili peppers. Ooh, yummy. Anyway, so Ronnie yesterday tried to clear the air, and now basically outed himself, for those of you that didn't know, as being the person A and the person AB thing. So I'm not going to share the screenshot because not everybody has access to it, but it was Ronnie and Kilby. And Ronnie was the one that went to Kilby and said, we need to get Kilby out. And Kilby's like, who? Ronnie said to Kilby, we need to get Daniel out. And Kilby said, wait, who? Yeah, Daniel. He's a big threat or something like that. And Kilby said, but I'm Kilby. But I'm Daniel. No, you're not. I really screwed this up. No, you're not. Yeah, Daniel's my first name. Oh, well, I guess I need a new plan then. Yeah, so it was a very this is Dan moment. I know I royally butchered it now, but that's okay. But Ronnie decided to say this, if I can find it, in the main chat. Hey y'all, it's me, Dustin Lynch. Also, if the person AB thing is about me and Kilby, I knew that I was talking to him. I was trying to be funny and make a joke. I was not serious in the situation at all. My only comment to that is no comment. Moving on. So Cly, I want to make sure. Yeah, Cly finally decided to show up today. She's been a little absent, and she's been busy. She had exams, and she has an interview tomorrow for a job, and I get that. But definitely some house guests have noticed that with her double fast forward, she's been very inactive. I think there's two ways to look at it. If you have a double fast forward, yeah, you can fly under the radar, or you can use that time to build connections. Building connections is riskier because if you make too many connections and get caught, then you could be the instant target week 3. But also laying under the radar is also kind of risky. So you kind of got to balance the two. But anyway, so Cly showed up out of the blue, and she said this, and I have to say it. And normally I don't reveal people's voices immediately, like before they win a veto, HOH, or they're nominated. But when she posted this in the main chat, I died. So here is Cly for you all. Hello there, it's me, Cly, aka Moira Rose from the 88 Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek. Friends, I have a job interview tomorrow, and I can't be arsed to figure out who me and my alliance are voting for, so slide into my DMs with who we should put down. Silly answers welcomed and encouraged. Are they even called DMs on Facebook? I rarely use Facebook, fuck if I know. So tell me if I should vote against Rayanne, or RJ, or Michael. And also, I have a son, David, and a daughter, Alexis. I'm really excited, though, to be playing this game with you all, and I look forward to seeing more of you soon. Bye, friends! Okay, thank you, Cly. Next, a reminder, I know this is the 80th time I've said this, a reminder that the next Head of Household competition is taking place tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. Tom is outgoing head of household. You're not eligible to compete. Stephanie, you have the Hazelnut Lindor. This is the third of 3 competitions where you have a disadvantage. Michael, you have the blackout power, so you have an advantage in every competition until you win one. And there's somebody else. And Ronnie, this is the first of 5 competitions you cannot play because you did not escape the chamber. Also, the winner of this competition, wow, I remembered, will win the green properties, Pacific Avenue, North Carolina Avenue, and Pennsylvania Avenue, which will be used in a future Golden Power Veto Monopoly competition. I believe Tom now has the dark blue and the railroads, and Bridget has the utilities. In addition, somebody always asks me every season, nobody's asked this season, I find house guests, this is not an inquisitive group this season. They're very active and they're playing hard, but there's always one person who's constantly in diary room going, like, can you clarify this? Can you clarify that? Right? And they're constantly asking 80 billion questions. It happens usually every season. The person who comes to mind in orgs, well, there's a lot of people who come to mind for that. But a lot of people do it. This season is not a very inquisitive group. But that's okay. Actually, it's kind of gives me time to think. But somebody usually asks, and so I'm going to be proactive and just say it now. If there's one thing I hate about Big Brother Canada and US, but Canada does it even more, is when Arissa ends the episode with, well, we've had 2 questions in the head of household, but that's just a taste. You're going to have to wait till next time, Sunday, to find out who wins HOH. I hate that. Classic Big Brother US, you had an eviction, you had a head of household immediately after. I hate when Arissa, the whole episode of Big Brother Canada is all filler crap, and then at the end Arissa says, I'll tune in on Sunday and find out. No, I want to find out today. So because of that, from the very inception of Big Brother Cheesecake, the head of household will usually take place on the Tuesday prior to the eviction, which means the nominees can play in the competition. And should the nominee who is evicted wins head of household, whoever came in second place would become the head of household. This has never happened before. A nominee has never won and then been evicted the next day. Maybe it's, a good omen or something, or a curse. I don't know. It's one of those weird anomalies. But so if, let's say, RJ, Rayanne, or Michael win head of household tonight, and then they're evicted tomorrow, whoever came in second place would become head of household. And the reason I do that, because Curtis hates this, but oh well. Curtis admitted that winery, by the way, is the same winery that Tom was at. He tried to, do the rigmarole, and Brazil was not falling for it. Yeah, I want the head of household revealed on Wednesday's episode. Wednesday's eviction and HOH reveal. I don't, other than like for an endurance or something that goes really, really long. Yeah, I want the HOH revealed, and so that means Tuesday will be the head of household competition, and everybody except for the outgoing HOH and Ronnie in this case is able to play. So you will have already cast your vote. Last season there was an exception, but the house guests agreed on that. You will have already cast your vote, but then the HOH will take place tomorrow night at 9:30. Speaking of the vote, house guests, voting is now open to evict Rayanne, Michael, or RJ from the house, and will close at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. A reminder, you must cast your vote in the format I vote to evict name, or your vote, I will randomize your vote between the other two nominees. There's something else. And about that vote, this is a very interesting vote. Lines have definitely been drawn in the sand. It's actually happened pretty fast this season, because last season it took a while for there to be lines drawn. It took about 5 or 6 weeks before it became clear who was on what side. But a lot of people wanted Ronnie not to use the veto, and a lot of people wanted Ronnie to use the veto. Ronnie used the veto, and while it's not crystal clear yet, there's very much a pro-Ronnie side of the house and an anti-Ronnie side of the house. And it seems like this next head of household is critical. There's not a single person who I've talked to who said they're throwing it or they're not going to try hard. Like, everybody wants this HOH, because if you're on the wrong side of the HOH, you could be in danger. So I'm very, very curious to see what happens with the eviction vote. I think I know who's going to be evicted, but you never know. Okay, so I asked RJ, Rayanne, and Michael to submit a plea by 9 p.m. last night. RJ did not submit a plea in the group chat, so I will get to do my favorite thing, which is ad-lib. What is that? Wow, it just got really windy all of a sudden. But apparently Bridget apparently was dealing with a tornado, which I hope you're okay, Bridget. It reminds me of my favorite episode of Roseanne, the tornado episode, where Jackie goes to Roseanne and says, "Roseanne, I want to live!" And Roseanne goes, "Think it over!" So hopefully you're okay, Bridget. Bridget's like, "I'm dying in a tornado," and then Tom was like, "Good luck, everybody." But anyway, RJ didn't post anything, and then Michael posted something very short, so I'm going to ad-lib. I think he's okay with that, because he likes his Mike Tyson voice. And Rayanne did put a full plea. So, house guests, nominees, your house guests will be voting to evict one of the three of you from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house tomorrow. A reminder, if one of the three nominees receives 0 votes, they will receive a fast forward, which they can use at any point up to and including the week of the final 6 to fast forward to the following week. Okay, so I will give each of you the chance to stand in front of your house guest and plead your case with one brief statement. Rayanne, you're up first. Hello, everyone. I'm Rayanne, aka Grace from Grace and Frankie. I'm a tough bitch. I wear a power pantsuit to work. I'm the co-owner, CEO, what have you, of Say Grace, a fantastic aesthetics line. My life was absolutely perfect. I was a raging feminist. I had everything I ever wanted. And then my husband, Robert, decided to cheat on me with that bomb blaster Saul. How dare they do that? And now I ended up stuck in this god-awful beach house with this horrible hippie woman who just injects heroin up her arm and snorts coke all the time. I am very, very livid. I also have a daughter, Brianna. She is a cunt. And I have another daughter who is totally useless. But luckily I have a boyfriend. You may recognize him from the OC. And I'm very, very happy with him. But I want to remind everybody that I am stern and I am tough. Do not cross me, or else you will fear the wrath of me. So, Your favorite gorgeous transstoner witch bitch up on the block. Oh no! I'm going to keep this short and sweet, just like me. While I got nominated, since I didn't talk to Tom very often, I have enjoyed that conversations I have been having with everyone and would love to keep developing our relationships. I think I am a calm, low-maintenance, and drama-free player who's hoping to keep that energy with y'all moving forward. The thing I know how to do best in this world is being myself. So if you see me as an asset to your game, please keep me. If not, I'm still a beautiful trans woman with clear skin and a juicy ass, and no one can take that away from me. And buy Say Grace products. Okay, thank you, Rayanne. Michael, you are up next.
Hey everyone, it's me, Mike Tyson. I'm so super excited I'm playing this game with all of you. You know, it really sucks to be on the block for the second week in a row, but, you know, in a way it's a bit of an advantage because now I don't think any of you are going to vote me out. Like, I think it would be really stupid to vote me out because I'm going to be an initial nominee next week. Yeah, I can win half household of Golden Power Video, I can get something from the Lindo sampler, or you know, Lightning could strike or something, but, you know, like, the chances are I'm going to be on the chopping block, so you may as well keep me because I'm going to be on the chopping block next week. And then next week I'm going to have to come with something else to say because I can't say that again, but I'm going to cross that bridge when I get there. Speaking of bridges, I once climbed over the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, I went all the way up the Golden Gate Bridge. It was really amazing. I love the Golden Gate Bridge. It's a really great bridge. I love bridges. I also like biting people's ear off. I was also on Survivor, just a reminder, but I also think that you really should consider voting out Rayanne or Ronnie because if you don't, you know, if you vote me out, that's going to be a big mistake. But I absolutely love you all. I'm so super excited to be playing this game. It's really exciting. I can't wait to discuss everything afterwards and have a big reunion, have a big party. We're gonna party.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And finally, RJ. Hello, I am RJPO, the underwater C-3PO that was catapulted into outer space, played ice hockey, and is now a chocolate fountain at a wedding. I cannot believe that my former lover, Ronnie, did not backslash my colon and use the golden power of veto to save me. I am truly feeling heartbroken, and I want you to all know that if I remain in this game, I will somehow find a way to get my revenge. But also, I want you all to know that I love you all, and that you are all my friends no matter what. But if you vote me out, then I will hate you all. Therefore, consider this a form of blackmail. Blackmail is the thing that robots do best because we do not have any feelings. Also, I want you to all know that I am very, 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 very sure that I want to stay in this game, and I will fight like heck to find out who Willy Wonka was weeks 1 and weeks 2, and I will make sure that they suffer. In closing, make sure you vote to keep RJ, and vote out one of the other 2 bitches from this game. Rayanne, Michael, or RJ, who will be evicted? Watch tomorrow in the live eviction and who will rise to power and become the new head of household. I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonbest. Take care, and remember, I may have butterfingers, but I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Good night.